all of the family with the husbands and wives is Michael and Brenda. And Caitlin is the daughter. Then it's Rocky and Karen. And the kids are Christopher and Leah. And Maria and Mark. And the children are Felicia and Joseph. And Nikki and Maria and the kids' name is Matthew and Amanda. Those are all my family.
Just like birds of a feather, I won't tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can they be that close? Just let me state for the record, we're giving love in a family dose. We are family. Hey, I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Sing it to me. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Living life is fun, and we just begun to get our share of this world's delight. High hopes we had for the future, and
I remember going to the kindergarten. I was 4, I think 4. And then when I went in the 3rd grade, I ended up in the hospital. Because I was in the hospital for
be
a couple
taken
of months.
over. Oh, she said go now. Oh,
Yeah.
is that right? When I was a young boy, at the age of about 11, the age of 11, I lived through depression years, 1929, 1930. And during the months of summer months, I used to go barefooted, no shoes. The only time I had shoes was from December to March. That's the only time. And the shoes she used to buy, my stepmother used to buy, was from a cobbler shop for 25 and 50 cents a pair. I would have lived like that for about 3-4 years. Then when I was a teenager, still going to school, I used to go to school with clothes from a jockey. Oh yeah. I had a rough time. Then I decided to go learn to repair shoes. Shoemaker taught me how to repair shoes, and then at my age I became a shoemaker, a cobbler, repair shoes. That's how I used to make few money, little money. So I used to, eventually I had my own shop, and at that time as I had my own shop, the winter months were no good. The only time I had business was about 8 months a year, but the 4 months I was always going in the hole. Didn't have enough money to support it. So But I did. I did the best I could. When I was 23 years old, no, less than that. Yeah, about 21, I was drafted in the service in the United States Army. And I was in the America for about 2 weeks, then went overseas. You went to Hawaii. From Hawaii, I ended up in the Pacific Islands, fighting the Japanese. And it was pretty rough there, but that's not to remember. I was lucky I got out alive. Then when I get out of service, I met my wife during a festival in Saugus. And I asked her to go out with me, so I did. One day for about 2-3 years, I got married when I was 29. So I ended up getting 4 beautiful children. Their names were Michael, Rocky, Maria, and Nikki. And from then on, I watched my children, what they did. I had beautiful 7 grandchildren, and all my children are all successful. Thank God. I'm happy, and I've lived to 93 years old. And then I said my granddaughter had taken my pictures. Okay?
Now
Next.
my turn.
Mary?
Hold on, wait.
Oh, when I was 4, I went to kindergarten. And then I liked school, so I went, when I got to the 3rd grade, I ended up in the hospital for 3 months because I had the St. Vitus dance. Then I ended up,
You had what?
there was a sickness that I couldn't hold anything in my right hand. Everything used to fall out of my hand. But they cured me. And I got out of and then we went back to school, so they kept me back because I didn't have enough time in my 3rd grade. So I had to do the class over again. Then I ended up, then when I went to high school, I graduated, and I graduated when I was 19. And then I started to go to work. The first job I had was working in a casing factory. I had boots on and a big rubber apron and going through the casings, the sausage, the casings for the sausages. Then from there I went to stitching. I was stitching coats. And from there I went to the hood rubber. I was making overshoes, working on a belt. And from there, from making overshoes, I ended up I worked in the Navy Yard during the war. So I worked during the war in the Navy Yard for 3.5 years. And then from there, the army was over, the soldiers all came home and all the whistles were blowing. So we all got out of the Navy Yard. They all sent us home. And then after that, the war was over in 1945. Then I met my husband. And we went out like 2 or 3 years, and then we got married. And we have 4 kids. And the kids' names were Michael, Rocky, Maria, and Nikki. And then they all got married.
Well, what happened when they were little? Who was a troublemaker?
when
Who
the
was a
kids-
good child?
When the kids were small, Oh, sometimes they used to fight with each other. But when the kids were small, it was cute feeding them and changing their diapers.
Who was the smelliest one?
Who was, everybody was good. Felicia, Maria had curly hair and she looked like little, like Shirley Temple's curls. And Michael, he was okay. And Rocky, they used to fight with each other a lot. Then they used to pick on Nicky. They always used to call him nigger, because instead of calling him Nicky. And he used to get mad. But then after that, the kids were okay. And they all grew up and got married. And they all got a nice family. So I enjoyed the kids and all the grandchildren.
6 days again, 6 minutes. 10 days, be 10 minutes.
I'd say my mother and father had a hard life too, raising all our kids. They didn't make too much. My father only made $13 a week to raise 9 kids. And it was hard. We used to have dandelions. We used to go pick dandelions for 2 weeks straight. We ate dandelions every day. And we had, because we didn't have enough money to buy food. The macaronis was only $5 a pound. Beans, $5 a pound. Everything was cheap then. You can buy a dozen of eggs for 39 cents. But we got along anyway. And then, what else? I forgot something else I was going to say. I can't remember now what else I wanted to say. I forgot now. I have to stop for a minute. When I went, the army, during the army, the soldiers were guarding the oil tanks around our way, because it was right up the street. And they used to walk up and down watching the soldiers. And then we had soldiers down Wood Island Park. They were stationed out there. And every night when they had the sound of horns, we had to shut our lights, put our shades down, and all the automobiles had half their lights covered with black, so the light wouldn't shine up in the sky, so they could see, the planes could see when in these houses around. That's why we had to shut all our lights and have black shades in front of our windows. That was during the war. That was lousy. That's it. And when the war ended, it was good. All the horns were blowing all over the place. That's all I remember now. That's all I can think of now.
Hey there, Mr. Grumpy Goose.
Never can get that cat. He's trying to take a picture of the cat. She walks away.
Come back, cat.
Yeah.
Say hello to the camera.
No, Felicia. No? Yeah.
Yep, never mind. No, never mind. No, say something to the kids that I have, my kids.
Your kids?
Yeah, my
You say
future
that to you.
children.
Oh,
My grandchildren
my grandchildren.
and my great-grandchildren.
My children.
You go to school,
When you
get yourself an
when you
education,
get children.
go through
Oh.
high school, and from there, try to go to college. You've got to learn, and you got to learn a lot, because this world today, you got to have an education. You cannot live without an education.
Oh, now we're waiting
Education is a big thing in your life.
Now we're waiting for all our grandchildren to get married and have their own kids. I wish I could see them if I'm still here. I hope I will. But then I made blankets for all my kids. I made a blanket for Maria, Nikki, Rocky, and Maria, Nikki, and Michael. Made blankets for all their beds, and then I made all our grandchildren had a blanket for all their beds too. All the 7 of them. Besides, I made a blanket for Karen's sister Susan's twins. They had 2 blankets. And then I made another blanket for Christopher when he went up high school, when he went to college. That's it.
What do you want to say to my children? And when they're my age, you'll be 130.
Oh, when Felicia has
Or
children,
not just my children, all
Oh.
your grandkids' children.
when all my grandchildren have their own kids, I'll be over 100. I don't know if I'll be here. If I hope I'll be 90 in March. In 10 more years, if God's willing, I hope I can see all my grandchildren's family also.
So what would you say to them?
I would be glad to see our great-grandchildren. I don't know when, someday.
What would you say to them if they say something to them?
What?
I don't know. Pretend they're right here.
Oh. Okay, Felicia, I like your little baby.
No. 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 Like, if you said to Felicia's children, I don't know, say something.
Oh. Oh, if Felicia has children, they will be my great-grandchild.
What do you want to say to our future husbands and wives, your grandkids' future husbands and wives?
I hope they marry a good husband, and I hope Joseph has a good wife. I hope they all will live happy when they all get married.
The shortest day there.
That's it.
That's it.
When we was kids, we used to write to Santa Claus because we had a big family. We had a big family and we couldn't afford any presents, so we used to write to Santa Claus. And then we used to go to the Salvation Army and they would sign our letters. And we used to get a package from Santa every year, writing to Santa Claus. And we got like little toys, like a rag doll, and it was cute. And sometimes we used to get clothes. Some of the clothes would fit, but they didn't know our sizes because we were 9 in the family. And then at Easter time, we used to go around the churches. Before, they used to walk to 7 churches from one end of East Boston to the other. And we used to go to 7 churches and walk from one end of East Boston, go to Maverick, and then end up Orient Heights and come back. And that's when I like
Larry, give me that
I like
bottle.
that a lot of times. That's it. Now it's his turn.
All right.
Now your turn.
And I want to tell you that I want to thank my wife that I've been married for 63 years. She's been nursing me right along at my old age. And I appreciate it. And I call her the angel of God. She's what keeps me alive. Because otherwise, I can't, right now, I can't hear. I can't hear. When people talk to me, I can't hear them. But I can hear myself talk only. And the other ones can hear me talk. But as far as everything else is concerned, I'm very much satisfied. Thank you.
Look at you, look like Father Goose. Look
Yeah.
at his eyeglasses.
Naturally, with the,
Look for Father Goose.
oh, the glasses. Oh.
You look like Father Goose.
If you may, I have what the doctor calls a patchet disease, which is not curable. But that patchet disease can do a lot of damage. It affects my hearing and my eyesight. But I walk pretty good. But now I'm starting to get the balance of my ears are not, the implantium are not active as they are. So what I have to use is use a walker to walk around the house. So climbing the stairs, I have a tough time. Going down the stairs, have a tough time. But as far as everything else is concerned, I'm satisfied. I undertake, I'll take what's coming, because I'm getting old now anyway.
And Maria,
Thanks to all my grandchildren.
Maria helps you go up and down
I
the
have some
steps.
wonderful grandchildren. 7. We got one special one. Her name is Felicia. Felicia Maria. She is a perfect one. She's ready to go to college. Soon she goes to college, I'm going to give her a good donation. Not telling her how much. That's it.
That's it. That's it. I don't know what else. Because I've been cleaning, I don't want to say what I'm doing with him.
Yeah, put this around.
I do enough for him. He drives me nuts sometimes. But sometimes he's okay. Okay. Trying to stop him from eating too much. So his
Now,
weight
see.
will stay down.
You still
Yeah.
talking?
Yeah. That's it.
Alright, what does he want?
You want to start some more?
By doing what she's doing, in other words, she can show the other people of the way our lives have been lived. We are very much satisfied with our lives. I lived about 63 years. I expect to go at least 70. It takes a little time. 63, that's another 7 years. 7 years, I'll be 100 years old. And then I'll have another big story to tell. By that time, I could see the movie, my movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many times did you do this? This should take the movie from the time I was a kid. My father worked construction. He had, at that time, he had 9 kids. He worked in a GE for $12 a week. $12 a week to support the kids. So we had a little land. She used to plant the tomatoes, peppers, vegetables, and a couple of fruit trees, pizza trees. And it's the only way we got by. Otherwise, we had some chicken. Him and my aunt bought chicken, 1,000 chicks. At that time, 1,000 chicks for $100. $100. So we started raising the chicken. She had a chicken coop. We had to clean the chicken coop. Then we used to have chicken practically every day. That's the only way we ate. Chicken kebab, chicken sandwich, chicken Mendy, chicken fried. It's the only way we ate.
Well, my father had a garden too.
Get
So
your old chicken.
he planted
Then we had
a
like
garden.
tomatoes, peppers, peppers, hot peppers. As far as anything else is concerned, we struggle to live, but we're still here. God is the one that helped us. He's the one in power, not my father or my stepmother. My mother died when I was 40 days old. The oldest one was of that family. We had 5. Was Jimmy. He was 6. My sister Rosa was 4. Louis was 3. Michael was 2. And I was the baby. And here we are. I lost my brother Jimmy. I lost my sister Rosie. I lost my brother Louis. I lost my brother Mike. I am the only one of the 5.
From the first mother.
That's right.
I know, our life history.
As a photographer. Yes, sir.
Now we're going to see ourselves on television.
Yes, you think so?
We're going to
Yes.
see ourselves
Yes.
on television.
Very good.
Yeah. Hey, Father Goose.
She has another one. My son's oldest boy, he's at college right now. His name is Christopher. And they name him Christopher because he was born on the day of Christopher Columbus.
No, he wasn't.
Thank you.
No. He was not.
The reason why they call me Rocco, I was born on St. Rocco's Day,
That's why you were
on the
powerful.
16th. And the state says, no, you were born the 30th. And I said, no, I was born the 16th. Now to find out about my age, I went to the state Bureau of Address and Names. So I went to ask the fellow about me. He said, what's your name? I said, it's Rocco Champa. When were you born? I said, August 16th, 1918. He looked it up and said, no, you weren't born 1918. You were born the 30th. I was a kid born the 30th. He says, I'm going to tell you something. I was 16 before I was born. On the 15th. Now, the 16th, the following day, I was born the 16th, which was St. Rocco. And on the 15th was the Immaculate Conception, the Assumption. And the 15th was the Rex Rocco. Now the state says no. The reason why they say I'm 30 is because the doctors were late to put your name in. That's why you have today, when a baby's born, they want to know the date, the time, and everything, immediately, right after they're born. But my time, when I was born, they just kept me and put me on the side, and later on they signed.
No,
They don't do that thing anymore.
we're all born.
They made the mistake, not me. My age, I still say I'm 16. That's right. On August 16th. Thank you.
We're
You're
all
welcome.
we're all born at home,
Right.
not in a hospital. Nobody was born in a hospital until later.
My name was not Rocco. They called me Madeline. I'm supposed to be a girl, not a boy.
No, that's somebody else who was born that day.
So I said, well, let me check something. I gotta go to the men's room. Yeah. You get my medicine,
Take
Mary.
glasses. Yeah, no. Yeah, you have to take your medicine.
Supposed to get at 5 o'clock.
He has to go get his pills now. Okay.
Is that right?
Bye. Bye. You gotta say goodbye. Good job. Very good job, Felicia.
remember this. Our modern mechanical facilities enable us to reconstruct and rehabilitate your ancient dilapidated and become whole. Thank you.
You're nuts. Oh, say
Bye.
bye. Goodbye.
It says bye. Bye.
Bye. See you
It
later.
was a pleasure to know you.